So anyway, it was a nice hotel, and it was I didn't bring my swimming trunks with me, but they had a nice pool in it with a rock waterfall coming down, and it was just kind of fancy and such. And I was sitting there in the room. The room came with a couch and chair and kind of a little mini suite type thing. And I'm sitting there, and it's a comfortable room, but the whole time I'm just thinking, I miss my wife. I miss my kids. I wish they were here with me, enjoying this with me. And it's because things really aren't fun unless we're able to share them. Unless we're able to share. There are some people that think that they have friends, but in truth, they have people that are willing to be used. Used as listening posts. Have you ever known someone who dominated the conversation? Hardly ever let you get a word in elsewise? Every time you said something, they had something that could top it. They wanted you basically as a listening post. There was no sharing. It was all one way. Some people are willing to be used as a person to go to in times of need. Sometimes you don't see people unless they're in need of something. For instance, sometimes a mom or dad doesn't hear from their kid in college until the kid runs out of money. They call home. Mom, I need some money. But friends want to share, and goals need to be shared. When it comes to a marital relationship, it's never about you and what makes you happy. When your goals and your spouse's goals become our goals, then your marriage is moving in the right direction. Amen? Syracuse University spent considerable time researching marriage. Of the 10 most important things couples say they want in a marriage, sex is ninth. Caring, a sense of humor, and communication are tops. Among men, the top 5 things that they want in a wife are respect. She makes me feel capable. She is proud of me. She's willing to follow my lead. 2, domestic support. A home that is a refuge from the stress of the world. A home that is fun, pleasant, and tasteful. 3, companionship. As in walks and talks and entering one into one's world. 4th is physical fulfillment. She responds to me. She studies what is mutually pleasing. She takes time for me. And then 5th of all was attractiveness. She's clean. She does her hair. She cares how she looks. She stays in the best shape she can. Naturally, all these values are constantly coming in and out of focus. But a good wife is always monitoring, adjusting, caring, trying. She keeps her marriage fresh. So if these are what a man wants of a wife in marriage, then what does a woman want of a husband? Number 1. Affection. The first thing, Genesis 1:2 says, God didn't make out of dirt is woman. Ephesians 5 explains that wives are made to be cherished. This means romance, a steady stream of hugs, pats, compliments, kisses, hugs, courtesies. At an airport, a woman was wearing a button that read, "This is my husband's idea of jewelry." Contrast that with William Jennings Bryan's hair over his ears. When asked why he wore it so, since it was unfashionable at that time, he said, "When I was courting my wife, she thought my ears stuck out funny and asked me to grow my hair long so I could cover them up. So I did." To which his pal replied, "But that was years ago." "Sure," Brian said, "but the romance is still going on." Women want conversation on a feeling level. Women want honesty and openness, not sullenness. A man won't close the door. A man who won't close the door on me. Guys, I see it time and time again. It is instrumental. It is fundamental. It is a priority as a man. I don't care what group says what. I don't care what feminist says what. I don't care what might be an opinion by some. Men, you are to open the doors for your wives. It's not that they're not capable. It's not that they're not strong enough. It's not that they are inferior. It is called courtesy. It is called being a gentleman. And we have too many guys trying to be rogues and not enough men trying to be gentlemen, especially when it comes to their spouses. You hold the door. And even I forget to pull the chair out sometimes. Why? Because my wife has a terrible aim. She might miss that chair if I don't hold it out for her. No, that's not how it works. It's called a courtesy. A courtesy. Another thing a woman seeks is financial support. There's nothing wrong with that. Help with the finances. And then fifth was family commitment. Not a Dagwood Bumstead who passively sleeps and eats, but an active man who puts time and energy into his marriage and into the children and into the family. Life is to be shared. Shared. Adam tried to go it alone. He said, "I don't like this." God said, "Well, here's a monkey." "I don't want a monkey." God said, "Well, here's a tiger." "I don't want a tiger." God said, "Well, here's a hippopotamus." "I don't want a hippopotamus. I want something else." That something else was a woman. Life is to be shared through experiences. We all go through valleys and we all go through mountains, but you know, no mountain scene is as pretty as than a mountain scene that's shared with someone that you love. A garden is not as pretty than if you're able to share it with someone that you love. Life is to be shared through communication. Are you talking at somebody or are you conversing with somebody? Marital conversation requires heart respect and empathy. We need to talk to one another. Life is to be shared. Also, friends accept each other despite their personal failures. Too often our shortcomings are short returnings. Our shortcomings are short returnings. Failures are stored up like leftovers in the refrigerator, and the longer we keep them stored, the worse they stink.